Okay, this is the Angel Hug for Monday, the 28th of January, and right, so on the subject of the lucky dips, I'm going to do as many of them as I can. There are quite a lot. Thank you for requesting them, and thanks for all the lovely comments, but I am really going to have to see which ones I can get around to doing. I'll do as many as I can this week. Right, so first of all, for today, for Monday, nurturing. Right, okay, so really it's time. As I look at that card, the first thing that I feel is that it's really important for a lot of people to just be really nurturing about how we spend our time, about how much we push ourselves to get things done. These new energies that are coming in and bringing this transformation are quite intense, actually. It's, you know, a lot of people think, oh, we had the shift, it's all over, we're done now. But actually it was the beginning, as I keep saying, and these energies are going to keep coming in, and they are going to keep asking for transformation. They will be asking for assimilation as well. So sometimes, you know, you're just going to have to roll with it, not fight against it, not try to do too much. If your body feels fatigued or feels as if it's adjusting to something that you can't quite understand what it is, every time we come through one of these patches, they seem to last about a week. Every time we come through one of them, and they're not constant, it's not all the time, but we do go into a higher frequency at the end of these weird periods. So really just trust that it will pass, and just keep going. Just, you know, keep working with it rather than working against it. I'm just going to pick a card from Archangel Michael, see if there's anything else to add to that. Right, let go of fear. That's great. Okay, so sometimes resistance will manifest in the form of trying to fight against things, trying to run when it's time to just go into a slow amble. And sometimes it will mean that if you feel really afraid, you'll go into a default position, go into a place that feels safe. And sometimes that safe place actually feels like running against, you know, against the wind, against the tide. It feels like I really feel in my heart that it's time for a new direction, and I feel that I need to stop, look at what's happening in my life, in whichever area. It could be relationships, it could be work, it could be anything. But sometimes what we do when we feel, we have this deep knowing that it's time for change, it's time to let go of something, it's time to slip into a different rhythm, a different stream of being, of consciousness, of manifestation. When we resist that because we're afraid to let go of what's familiar, what's old, or something that we've invested a lot of time and energy in, or that we really felt was right or thought was right, or we're not willing to see that something has actually come to its natural conclusion in our lives, it's the fighting, it's the fear of moving on that actually causes the fatigue. So if you feel that you are fatigued and you're thinking, oh, it's the energies, just double check that it isn't that. The energies are calling you to move into a higher frequency, and the fatigue is just you resisting that because of fear, because of the fear of the unknown. That feels really big. So just pause for a second and just check through with yourself whether you're actually manifesting the fight within your life, energetically, emotionally, psychodynamically, in the form of some kind of physical fatigue. Just check through. And that's it. Let go of fear now is the message of the card, and the message says, Archangel Michael, please help me to feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic or ego-based thoughts or feelings. So help me to trust, in other words, help me to trust the divine plan, trust the angels, trust my higher self, trust that it's all going to be okay. And right, I'm going to do a quick reading for I've got two of them really standing out today, but I'm going to do both of them then. Right, Fairy Moon Angel, I'm going to pick something for you, and I feel like I'm going to go for the daily messages. So we're going to focus on the cards, as I keep saying, because I don't want to get too personal. Opportunity to forgive. Right, so this situation that you're thinking about, that's really taking up a lot of your energy, your mind, all of this, your consciousness, and your emotion. There's a lot of emotion going towards this situation. I've got a funny feeling I know what it is, because we've kind of had a dialogue. So really this is an online, a couple of messages. So this is not about me, predicting or seeing anything that you don't already know. It's just to say to you, look for the areas in this situation, in your heart, for example, where you need to forgive yourself and let go of any feelings of guilt that you're harboring about what you didn't do, what you didn't say, what there wasn't time for, or anything like that. Just really, really let go of all of that. So let's read the card. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. So that can also apply to the feeling that you need to forgive someone as well, to forgive someone else. I'm just kind of trying to read into what it feels like for you at this particular moment, but it could be, both sides. So we will help you to release unforgiving thoughts, feelings and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion, and that's whether it's towards someone else or towards yourself. And I really feel like I want to encourage you to play. I'm looking at these and they look so playful, and they just kind of shone out. There was light all around them, so I just feel as if you need this nurturing card as well. You need to really take care of yourself, but you need to do it in a way that's very playful and gentle and forgiving towards yourself. Okay, and take some time for yourself as well, because I feel as if you could be doing some reading or something like that, something that you really enjoy has kind of gone by the wayside recently because there's a lot going on in your mind, and you just need to nurture yourself, give yourself some fun time and some downtime. Right, this one is for Tracy Polowich. Tracy, nourish your body and soul. So it's time for you to step back a little bit and to look at where you're not taking care of yourself, where you're not indulging yourself. And this card, I know it's chocolate, but when I look at it, I just always see raw chocolate, because I do sometimes talk about chocolate, but people don't always realise that I'm often referring to raw chocolate. Yeah, it's okay to indulge as well, but raw chocolate, as we know, is a really, really powerful psychically enlivening, nurturing, high frequency food. Really good raw chocolate. It actually opens the pineal gland, and what I'm feeling with you is that I'm being guided to remind you of the things that support you in your journey to become even more intuitive, and that's one of the things that you can do. And somebody's showing me a blender, so juicing and smoothies. I'm not giving you dietary advice here, but I just feel as if you could be entering a phase now over the next 2 or 3 weeks where you're doing some cleansing and detoxing that's going to raise your frequency and increase your psychic ability, and I just want to encourage that. And I feel as if that's it for you. I really do. So I'm going to just leave it there, because one of my guides is saying she knows what she needs to do, and it's going to be very powerful for her, and tell her to trust that instinct. It's the right instinct. So you may have already thought about that. All right, everyone, that's it for Monday. Have a great Monday. I'll see you tomorrow.